All right. Now, one of the best way, apart from this way, to get the password or to get an SQL injection, you can come to Google for because you are a beginner, and because you just begin this process, I just want you to get familiar with many methods, because the brain of a cybersecurity person does not think straight. That's why people always say, I don't think straight. I am neither here or here, because my brain is everywhere. And in the world of cybersecurity, if you want to get, it is not one straight jacket. You have to think multiple ways. So because you are just starting here, I'm only giving all these free tools that you can use to experiment. But we are going to different parts whereby you become more professional in certain tools for a lot of things. Now, if you know exactly what I'm doing, you're paying attention and you're asking real questions, for most of the things that you're having challenges with to figure out, you can actually find the answer in what I'm actually showing you here. But I can't open my mouth to tell you. You have to use your eyes to see and try to experiment on that. Um, Now I go to this particular place. Let's use GitHub, for example. How do we use GitHub? You can say github.com. And when you type github.com, people kind of have a lot of things that they put in here. I don't want to put in my email address. That's why I just branched through that particular site. Okay, let's try this. First of all, I say SQL injection under the search button, SQL injection payload, and let's see what comes out. Well, it wants me to
I think the network robbed him out. So let's just hold on a bit. I think he'll find a way to get back.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it's
All
network.
right.
His network today doesn't seem to be very
At all,
good.
at all.
Yeah.
But someone should inform me, please.
Yeah,
Of course
he
he
knows. He
knows.
knows. He'll be
He knows.
trying to
He
set
will
it
be
up
trying to
by then.
get
So
back
he
in.
knows.
Uh,
Please, no one wants to ask questions. Please, you should ask questions to make sure we catch everything up.
Chat.
Farmer of thoughts, is everything all right? We're not hearing your voice today.
I am dazed.
What's in this?
Your name is Adezi.
I am dazed. I am busy fishing out the witches that have been responsible for all this network wahala we have been having in the class. It's just crazy. It's just really, really crazy.
I think Nigeria needs to, as a matter of policy, regulate these internet service providers, because they just toss anything at us and they expect us to accept it. If we don't pay, they cut it off. If they don't deliver, we can't cut them off.
Omo.
Please, am I the only one that is lost here?
Auntie, you are not the only
You are
one.
not alone.
Everybody is lost.
I'm not alone. I thought I'm the only one. No.
You are not. Because we are keeping quiet. We are doing nothing.
Let's ask
The thing is, I
I'm
feel
not
like
lost.
where
I'm
we
not
are now,
lost.
like,
I'm not lost, but
too.
you have to ask questions. I'm not lost.
so I'm not
I
lost.
know you are not lost. Some of us are in Antarctica. We are trying to find our way back.
Please, we should ask questions.
Farmer of thoughts.
We should ask questions.
Hello, everybody. Sharing my screen. I want to ask one question here.
Okay.
Please, when you get to repeater, there was a menu that shows bombs attack and all those the attacks. Can anybody record that, please?
Just take your arrow.
You can sit down from intruder.
From intruder.
Yeah, check
That
intruder.
was not from intruder. That's where you actually inject. That's where you actually
No,
have
I
to inject.
think it's target also.
I don't think so. I
Please
think
ask
it
your
should be-
question again, please.
When you get to repeater,
Yes.
for instance, when you get the code from the SQL injection, like you want to inject from here, there's one menu that it was clicking that was showing all those bomb attack. Then it was using the nuclear bomb and stuff like that.
Clear bomb.
Nobody sees those plays.
No,
Like, it
I
was
saw,
showing
I,
different
I
attacks,
saw it actually. I saw it.
and nobody have any idea how it gets to that place.
Go to
You know
your
where-
intruder first. Let's see.
You will find that under intruder.
Under intruder. But why is yours like this?
This is what we have in intruder now. Can anybody see
No,
it?
you have to send it to intruder.
You have not sent it to intruder first. You have
You
not
have
sent
to
it
All right,
to
all right.
intruder.
Okay.
You have not sent it to intruder.
All
Click,
right.
double click there. Yeah, you see.
Uh-huh.
Send to intruder. Yeah. Yes, now.
Now you go to
All right,
intruder.
okay, okay.
Ah,
That's
that's
what
it.
I actually was.
Yes.
I was trying to see all the attack, all the
Now
bombs
some
attack.
some
All
people
right,
are good though.
thank you very much.
Let's ask questions, please.
Please, my burpsuite is not showing all this menu. Attack, all this. I'm not seeing. It's just blank.
Share your screen.
Share your screen.
Ah.
Is man of thoughts talking?
I think man of thought is here. Is he the one here? Or...
Is it one?
Okay.
My system got disconnected.
I
One
think
of
he's
them.
back. Eh?
Man of thought is back.
Yeah. So
We
I was
should also
looking
be careful. We should also be careful to know whether man of thought is under attack. Actually, he can be teaching us and be also under attack. I don't want to say it since, but
Ah,
no,
it is possible for an attacker to be attacked.
definitely eyes are on me. I know all those ones, but those are just minor stuff. Sometimes I always do something to those who are watching me. Occasionally, when I feel like it.
Yes.
They watch and they don't know I have a plan for them. I just give them a gift.
You're
That's
finding
Then they
what
have to
trouble.
that's
buy
it.
another one.
You're finding
Yeah,
trouble.
Yeah.
because most times when you have mic, they can hold your mic and be stiffening life out of your mic, and then we'll be suffering. Even you'll be finding it difficult to communicate with us.
No, they can't get to that level. Nigerians are not that much good. Most people are not that good, but there are few that are good. I don't think our people would invest in those kind of people to get somebody like us. With that being said, I was actually doing something here earlier, which is I was copying from this particular SQL page, and I copied from this. I said in this particular one, the username is not correct and the password is also not correct. And so I copied this and I pasted it. And I want it to break both the username and password. Like there's a website whereby you can break both the admin and you can break the password. You are going into the website as an administrator to see all the accounts, to see everything within that particular website. So right now I paste the payload here and I highlight which is auto to select both the username and the password. And I want to see a code that can break both username and password together. So I have highlighted both of them and we can still use the sniper attack first before we start proceeding to the next one. Request count, I think they're about 330. Let's start the attack to see. So for us not to stress ourselves, it is beginning to break. To test both username and password to see if both of them, if there's a code that will break both of them. So let me just stop this particular 3xs, 4xs, and let's just focus on 2xs, which is success. I believe we know how I do this particular one. And we say apply. Some of them, you can see them showing things like this. But when you look at their length, remember what I say, when their length is not having enough information, then it means it's not working. So I see one here that shows 6,226. So I think this one would work. And so without username or password, I think this one works. Let's see others. These ones that are showing 400, regardless of the fact that they show 200, they are not successful. They could not break the username and the password. So you can see you have an error in your SQL syntax. So I've only seen one that works. And you can look at it through this place. It's still under this place. We can see 43 of 330. This might take our time, but I don't know. Most of them are not working with it, but I've seen only one that works with it. I think we should see about maybe 2 or 3 extra.
Sir, please, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Is it must that every website login must come to this burpsuite?
Well, if you want to do it that way, there are many other methods to do penetration testing or to go after penetration testing. There is what we call Metasploit, and there's what we call, which you are still far from it, is what we call MSF Venom. I can break a lot of sites through this application MSF Venom/L. Now, these are coding aspects whereby I can create many kind of payload for a lot of website/L/payload. And most of the things I am doing here, you most likely would not have a clue until we get there. There are many ways to break. I can even show you here why this is still loading. The payload is taking time. While it's loading, let's say when we are talking about web, there are still many other applications you can use. Okay, like this particular one. If I want to break into your Android phone, I can do that. Um, in a payload, because we are only looking at it from the aspect of, let me see, how is this? Okay. These are just too much. I don't think spending too many times. If you are using a Linux system, to break into a Linux system, to break into a Windows system, to break into a website, to break into an Android phone, to break through an iPhone, to break through a server. Most of all this payload, I can't. Okay, these are for Android phone. These are for Apple phone. There are all kinds of things you can do. We are not there yet. That's just why we have to take it step by step. Like breaking a website, there are still many others we can use. We haven't come to the aspect of breaking any what do we call it? Breaking any Wi-Fi. These are many applications we can use to break Wi-Fi. Any network server that is running, you can just go. If their website is secured, if their network is secured, you can just break into their. I mean, you can break into either their server or their router, or what do we call it? Their internet provider. You can break into many of all those things. So to do that, there are many methods around it,
Hello,
and that's the reason why we have to take it slowly.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Please, I'm missing some. This configuration that I'm seeing on the screen. I don't know how you get all those things.
Yeah, we are not there yet. This is for MSF Venom. We haven't talked about, we are not there yet. We are not there yet. So we have MSF Venom. He was asking question, and I'm like, there are many things that we are just in the surface. At some point, I will send you a payload, and I will listen, and whatever you're saying in your house, even from your TV, I can hack your TV, and whatever you are saying, I can hear it. As long as that TV is connected to internet, I can hear it. So Android phone, the same thing. Your messages and all those, your messages, I can turn on your camera. We have too many ways to, a long way to go. Okay, I see this one has, okay, we are still in 108. This will take our whole day. So what I just figure out here is on this one where we are currently, this is or one dash dash dash, and this is able to break into both username and password without you having a username and a password. It's able to break into it. So if we copy the same link or we copy the same SQL code, we can use it on that particular website and it's going to break into it. So most times, this is why I say a lot of hackers can just this up, maybe put out like 2,000, 5,000 payload and just walk away. And when they come back, they already have the result they are looking for when it comes to the idea of website. Because for now, we have only figured out one. This is the one we've seen. And it has encoded because if you look at it here, it is different under the username and the password. So that means it's kind of reinterpreted to the website and was able to bypass both the username and the password. So that's just it. Let's maybe stop here so we can ask questions. I can give the assignment I want to give. So
Sir, please, I don't know if I did not ask my question rightly. What I'm trying to say is that in this boss suit, there are some websites. Is it that this boss suit must, how will I put it? The login of every website must come into this boss suit.
Every login, okay, every login of every website would definitely come here.
Okay.
You will be surprised. The only thing is just because of things that we can't use. We can't relate. But let's say, for example, you are working in a bank, or a bank wants to tell you that, oh, check our website because people are logging in from internet to put in their money in their account or to make transfer. You have apps, you have website, you can put in your details and then you log in and you make transfer from there. Definitely you can bring in even all those kind of stuff. They all come to burpsuite and you can use that to penetrate. All these ones we are actually using here, intruder, there are too many applications where I think I spoke about this Burp Store that we can still add to it. These are all tools, just like intruder. There are other many type of tools we can actually use to break into a website, to find fault in a website. And these are all of them. All these things you see here, they are just used to break in website. You can install them. That means if I have to install all these things here, my Bob suite will completely be filled with all kinds of menu. And so you can bring them here because all the application they use in writing Bob suite on Earth, I don't know, maybe in Mars or in Jupiter, But as long as you're writing or building a website, you must use one of all these applications to write that website. And out of all of them, there are many tools you can also use to break it. Let me tell you how life really works on the aspect of cybersecurity. Not like I know life, but as long as computer is said, um, a man cannot create a bomb without knowing how to turn off that bomb. Nobody can create a laptop that can hack into something and not know how to diffuse it. No organization builds security without ways of how to break into that security, because you need a door. If you secure everything, then that simply means that if you secure everything, you yourself would not be able to penetrate into it. Let's say, for example, you are an admin on Facebook. This is how website works. Let's say you are an admin on Facebook and you want to write it that only users can get access to their account. Then you would not see Facebook during those US before they have Joe Biden and the rest of it. They will not be able to ban your account. That is the only way they can make sure there's no loopholes there. But they will definitely create that loopholes, just because if there's any emergency, how do we get in? But anyone who has front door, there must also be other alternatives that people can actually figure out and penetrate into it. So we don't create something without creating an exit. Maybe it is a phone, maybe it's whatever. So all websites have an exit. The only thing is that how good are you in finding the exit of that organization? And the work why they call you to come as a pen tester is that they are assuming that you are a very good hacker. And your work is to make sure you find a loophole so that other hackers, before they find those loopholes, you will be able to see it and they'll be able to protect those particular environments. So that's how it works. But every website would come here. I don't care the website. One of the most difficult, even if they put, even if that website is with cloud, for example, those kind of restriction. Let's say, something. What's the name for you? Let's say US. I don't want to do something, so I don't know who is watching. I could have used things like US database. You this. There's nothing. I don't know which one cannot come in. As long as people have access to it online, it will definitely come inside. It would definitely come inside. Maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's whatever. It's Instagram, it will definitely come. Let's say Instagram, we're not going that far, but let's say Instagram.com. Oh, blood of God, that was too much. Say Instagram.com. Let's say I want to look for a website that you think it is totally impossible. Is there a website you imagine? Can you imagine a website that I can just bring in that is very difficult for you?
No, I just asked the question. I just asked.
All right. So whatever website can come in. Whatever website can come in. So with that being said, we are going to be building. I think we are
Sorry,
done
sorry.
for
I
today.
have a question, please.
All right.
I have a question, please. Sorry, with the SQL injection and knowing fully well that our major or our primary purpose as an ethical hacker is to defend, is there any way we can prevent other bad hackers using SQL injection? Is there any way we can prevent them from attacking our website, like safety measure,
What you
things we
can
can put in place?
what you can do is this: if you're a web developer, you would need to know how to write other programs that would stop few access to hackers to be able to get into it. For example, let's say if this particular SQL injection can get into a particular website, what you need to do is you should recognize those SQL that can actually penetrate and then build the website protecting that those particular website does not respond to those SQL. Like what I am first of all, my first approach to this class is that I will teach you every way to attack anything you see, both network, whatever, for pen testing, that's for penetration testing. Maybe it's a network, maybe it's an Android phone, maybe it's an iPhone. You will be able to attack all of them. And then I would now start teaching you how you can start defending all of them. I don't know if you get the concept, but you must know how the attacker operates before you know how to
Yeah, I
defend.
understand. Okay, okay.
Yes, so that's just it.
Thank you very much.
That's just
All right, sir. Thank you.
yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Please, can you shed light on IPsec configuration?
What configuration? Sorry.
IPsec. IPSEC.
IP to check IP.
No,
IP
IPsec
configuration.
configuration.
Can you type it on like a message so I see what you're talking about?
Okay.
So for example, can you see play.google? This is Instagram.
That's it, sir.
IPsec configuration. Let me check it from this end. Okay, you're talking about the virtual box to create its own IP for protocols. So it can have its own different IP, just like a virtual private network. Is that what you're saying?
I came across this when I was trying to read further on ports block. Like when I do some intense scan on my system, so I can see that I have more than 11 ports or 12 ports opening. So I have to go and read further on the ports handouts that you give to us. So I can see that many of the important ports are still opened. So for me not to now go and disrupt every other activities I'm doing on the PC, so that is why I went to read further on those things. So part of the information I got from ChatGPT is that I need to know how to configure IP security configuration in the sense that it is not going to block, important things that I need to do apart from security purpose.
I think what you're saying is part of the things we talked about on Nmap, whereby I told us how we can block unnecessary ports that is open on our system. I think we have touched on it. All those ports that are open for you to be able to secure those ports. You said what?
Get it right. I get it right. I understand everything about Nmap, but the term IPsec.
I mean, we talked about firewall to break Windows Defender firewall. whereby we spoke about how to go to inbound and create rules. Do you remember how you can block your port from this particular
Yeah,
end?
yeah.
Yeah, so if you block the port from this particular end, you shouldn't, those ports should not appear. So both your inbound rules and your outbound rules, that means after you come to the inbound and you create a rule and you block the port that's coming after to this place and you say port, remember the port that is open is mostly TCP or UDP port. So you block the TCP by the port number. Maybe port 80 is open, comma, you put port 445, or you don't need to cover 445, 443, but let's say port 80 is open, let's say port 22, which is FTP port, is open. You do that, then you go next, and then you block the connection, and then you continue there, and you repeat the same thing to the outbound rules, and you create that same thing through the new rules. And with that, you have blocked it from your system, from the operating system you're using. You do that from the major operating system you are actually making use of. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah, I get you, sir. What I'm saying is, I move forward to read better on this thing that you just explained. So the response that I'm getting from ChatGPT is that after blocking all these ports, I need to make sure that I do some IP security configuration that we allow important things that will not stop my system from, doing some usual activities that I need to perform.
Yeah, that's more or less, that's why they call it virtual private network. You can still create a VPN. If you create a VPN, it's more or less like instead of you paying for virtual to change your IP address, you can create an IP address whereby people cannot detect the IP address you are actually using, yet you have access to all kinds of things. It's more or less like I can create an IP address and you think I'm in the US. You're speaking to me, you would think I'm in the US. And if you're scanning that IP address, it will tell you I'm in the US, but you would not see the real IP address. So I am kind of covered under that. But a lot of people, what they do is that they download and they install application that will protect them, that will change their IP address. But one of the things that are wrong about it is I can also create an application with this particular stuff. I don't, is it here? We call it Andro Rat. I can create an application here, like we did a particular job for something. And in this particular stuff, if you download it in your system or on your phone as either you are protecting yourself or you are using it as virtual network, the moment you download it and you install it in your phone, or maybe some of these people who are looking for boyfriend and girlfriend, you download it into your phone, I can have access to every data in your phone because I will create a response back to this system. So whatever you are doing on that phone, I can see everything completely. So the idea is that how can you create your own virtual private network without downloading? That is what ChatGPT is trying to tell you.
Okay, sir.
So it's asking you to create your own network. So we will get to that particular level later. We will get to that one later.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, sorry, please, one question.
Any question before we call it
Yes.
today? Yeah.
Yes, I just want to ask one little question. Between RDP and what do they call it, and VPN, which one is more better? Which one is advisable to be using?
RDP is like remote desktop protocol. That means you have a system in an organization like bank. Bank cannot close their system. If they close their system, you will not have access. That means some of us will not be able to make transactions. There are some system in the banks that needs to be on because if they switch it off, none of us will be able to access the information in the bank. So some of their admin, they would not also wake up and sleep in the bank. So they will create what we call RDP, so that when they are at home, they can have access to certain information through that system to make some correction. So it is just like this, my laptop is here. I can go to UK or travel to Canada, and I will still have access to this, my laptop. I can put it on, check the camera, do everything, see each messages I'm writing. I can send you a message from my system that I'm having there, but it is this system that will be writing to you, not me that I'm holding that system, because I'm getting into this system to write another thing. That is what RDP is about. So VPN is changing the virtual private network. That means you don't want people to see your IP address, or you want to have access to other people's just like Netflix. There are some things that if we are using PayPal in Nigeria, for example, there are some PayPals or Instagram or TikTok that they would not give us access to. But when they know that you are from US, they will give you access to those things. So I can change my IP and they will think that I am communicating or I want to open an account, and they will give me the access of US citizen. And then I would use that because I have virtual private network that is aligned with the US. I can move from there and go to China, and I can have data from China. You can see that there are some individuals that will tell you that when they get to China, they cannot have access to TikTok, they cannot have access to certain things. You can actually change your VPN and you will be in Nigeria through your device that you're having. So that is the difference between both of them. It looks similar, but they are not the same.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other question? I believe we all understand, or we all understood how we got to this particular area. Let's see where this thing is currently. Okay, it's been able to break some of them. You can see this other one, X or equals X, breaks the username and the password. Another one here, or equals dash black, it's break into it. You can see anyone you see 6,200 and whatever, it has been able to break into those ones. So we have about, I think we have about one, this one is at the top, two, we have three, four. Okay, I think we are able to break into four. And this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third. I think the rest are at the bottom. Okay, there's another one here. So please, do you know how we get to this place?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
No,
right.
sir.
Yeah. You can ask your question. I can hear you.
It seems that you
I'm
asked,
just
do we
I'm
know how
just
you
saying.
get to that place? So some are saying no, why
I
some are
said
saying
no.
yes.
Okay. The assignment, please. I'm going to write the assignment. We are going to make some kind of arrangement. I'll make the assignment known to the on the group. I'll do that on the group, so I will be able to structure it properly. Um, okay. What I did here, let me just explain it a little bit. What I did here is
Okay,
that,
please. Can I share my screen so that maybe
all
as
right,
you're
you can.
working, I'll be.
All right, all right. Let me stop sharing mine.
Mhm.
Can you see my screen, please?
You have not shared it yet.
No.
Uh-huh. Okay, I thought I have. Mm. Share video. Share is I should share video, right?
Share. No, you click share, you click entire screen.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing share video here. Yeah, and share audio.
Wait, let me see.
Wait.
Share video, also share tab audio. You're going to see something like either Chrome tab. I don't know which one you're using. But when you look at the top there, you see what says choose what to share with meet.git.si. So you are going to see Chrome tab, you are going to see Windows, and you are going to see entire screen. So you click on entire screen and you click on that image, and you then the share becomes activated, and then you can click on the share.
Okay, entire screen.
Some of our plans are infidel processes.
Click the box with inside, and then you click on share.
The box with entire screen.
Yes, 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 yes.
But I'm clicking on share now. It's not responding.
No, I mean click on the share. When you click on entire screen, there's a box in that entire screen. Click inside that box and then click share.
Okay, okay. I think I have gotten that. Now.
Okay, I think you have done that.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah,
can you see
I
my
can see your
can you
screen now.
see my screen? So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, please. I want to know how this is the dashboard. This is my dashboard. And then this is my target. I don't
Yeah.
know how you go to that part. And then this is my proxy. This is my intruder repeater. You understand? Can you see them?
Yes, I can.
Okay, please. I want to know how to get into whatever where I can insert the website, the address, whatever.
Okay,
I
go
don't
to
know.
target. Go to target.
Okay, okay, this is my target. So should I click on
Okay, click on open
open
browser.
browser? Okay, it's not opening. That's,
Just hold
is-
on. Oh, I think something is wrong with your Bob suit. If it's not opening, something is wrong with your Bob suit. Um, go to proxy.
okay, okay. Intercept.
Go to proxy settings.
Okay, where is the setting, please?
By your right.
By your right after.
Yes.
All right.
Mm,
Um, click on those three dots where manage global settings by your right
yeah.
at the top.
User
Yeah,
setting.
user
User
setting.
setting. Project setting.
Yeah, click on user settings.
Yeah, I've done that.
Then click restore default.
Okay, restore default. Are you sure you want to restore? Yes, Sabi, should
Yeah,
I click yes?
yes. And then do the same thing again. Go back there and click project settings.
Project setting. Restore default also.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Restore
Okay,
all.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Now I want you to go to Bob browser by your left. You're going to see tools. You see proxy, intruder, repeater, sequencer, and Bob's browser. Click on Bob's browser.
Bob's
No,
browser.
under the proxy, go to the proxy settings. Yeah, come down. You're going to see Bob's browser. Just look down.
By your
By
left.
your left,
By your left.
you see proxy, intruder, repeater, sequencer, and then you see Bob's
Okay,
browser.
Bob browser. Yes, I've seen it. Should click on
Yeah,
it.
click on it. Yeah.
So what do I do to it now? Clear
What
all.
pre yeah,
Browser
clear all.
data.
Yeah, clear all, and then click allow Bob's browser to run without sound box. Check it. All right.
I've done that.
All right. You can close it.
And reopen again.
No, just close the proxy and go to the target and click browser again. Let's see.
Okay, still the same thing.
Or Stephen, what you need to do is you need to uninstall this particular Bob suit.
Wow.
You need to uninstall it. I think maybe you can just chat me up after the class. I will forward a link to you where you download it from, the updated version,
Okay.
and what you need to do before you install it.
Okay.
All right. Do you
All
have
right, sir.
antivirus on your system? Do you have antivirus on your system?
Yes.
Oh, now when you are running the installation, you have to disable the antivirus. The antivirus
Antivirus.
knows that this particular application is for hacking, so it might think you want to someone wants to hack you,
To
so it's
hack
just
into the
protecting you.
system. Okay.
Yes, so
Okay.
it can destroy any file there. It is when you are done with the installation, then you can put on the
Put it
antivirus.
on. Okay, because this
Yeah.
is like the third time I'm installing and uninstalling it
Yeah.
and reinstalling. Okay.
But occasionally before it works, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think your antivirus is doing that.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you. Okay, so I'll
Yes.
chat you up after the class.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Any question or are we good? You're welcome, ma. Any question or are we good? I think we are fine. Let's call it a day. I'm going to be sending the assignments, and the process at which we are going to run the assignments is going to be a different website, and we are going to be working with a different website from Saturday, the one that is more stronger than this particular one, and how you break into stuff like that.
Sir, sorry, you said
That
you
will
are
be
going
an
to do it group by group. Am I right?
yes,
Okay, okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. So I'll forward all those information to the Telegram group, and we follow
Okay.
from there.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. God bless
Hope
you, sir.
to have conversation with you. Bye for now.
Thank you so
Take care.
much.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Yeah, bye.
Maybe
Everybody
small
don't
thing.
run.
Any
Everybody
question,
don't run.
nobody talk. Any question, nobody talk.
The
The
thing
question is, how are they going to combine us? That's the
so
question.
yes.
That is why I asked. He said he's going to do it group by group, right?
Wala don't
Just
start.
tire.
Yawa,
Oh.
yawa.
All right.
All
I
right.
want
Good
to be
night,
with Farmer of
everybody.
Thought. I know he knows all.
Farmer of thought, I want to be in your group. And King 9. I want to be in your group. Oh. Now, good night. Good night, everybody.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, we are here.
Oh, please, I want to just put in something. I think for those of us that we have not been able to catch up properly,
Yeah.
I want to say this, but I was dragging with my PC before others left.
Mm.
So what I want to say is, I will consider the fact that if we can just try to download all the videos, all the past videos to our PC, it will help us to be able to go through this thing instead of being going back to YouTube and spend data all time. And I think even without internet, you will still be able to make use of that. Because I have a scenario whereby if all the videos that are downloaded on YouTube, it will just come to a time you'll not be able to watch them again without data. So I think if we can just download everything to our PC, it will be very, very advantageous. Because I think this exercise that is going to begin would be the real one to prepare us for the upcoming professional that we are hoping for.
Sure.
So that's just it.
Maybe, sorry, please. Maybe you can still write it down on our group this team. That is on Telegram,
Oh,
because many people are out already.
oh, no problem.
Just
I will
write it
do that.
down on our Telegram.
Uh,
Thank
all
you,
right,
sir.
guys.
It's a
Bye.
very nice idea. Bless you.
Now, wow.
Farmer of thought. Oh, kita kebia there.
Now, wow. I'm just
Did anyone have idea of how many gig Google Drive can store? How many gig storage we can store on a Google Drive?
For me, no, I don't know about it.
Because I have all those videos on my PC as you speak. I normally download everything. So if it is something I can just combine in a folder, put the link on Google Drive so that I will download it at once. Just say it. So I don't know how many gig I can actually upload on the drive. That was what I'm asking.
No, for me, I don't know about it.
Alright.
let's even see how the assignment will look like. I want to. I can't wait to see what the assignment will look like and
Hello.
how he wants to group us
That's
to
your
solve the
question
assignment.
about the Google Drive. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm with you.
Okay. So if you don't purchase more, it used to be 15 gig. But if you want to go on extra length, so you can buy more from Google. And I think that used
In
to
that
be
case, that would
monthly
be like
payment.
a terabyte or something.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to buy any amount from, I think you can just do your research on that. But the normal free one is 15 gig.
Okay. It's not up to even 5 gig. I just checked the whole folder now, up till the last class, not today only, excluding today's own. It's not up to 5 gig. So I'll see if I can upload it on the Google Drive and send the link.
Oh, all right.